RootsTech is the largest family history conference in the entire world. How do you take advantage of everything that it has to offer no matter where you live? I'll explain it in this episode. Hi everyone, my name's Denise Allen. I'm a researcher here in Pennsylvania, and I usually spend time talking about Pennsylvania history and genealogy, but today I'm going to be talking about RootsTech because it is RootsTech time. This first weekend in March is always RootsTech. What is RootsTech? RootsTech is the largest genealogy family history conference in the entire world. It has been going on consistently for the past 13 years, and just in 2020, right before COVID shut everything down, they had their largest attendance ever at 30,000 attendees there in Salt Lake City. When everything went virtual in 2021, they had over 1 million attendees attend their online virtual conference. It is a fabulous opportunity to both learn and network, and I'm going to explain to you in this video how to take advantage of it in its entirety so you don't miss out on the opportunity that RootsTech presents. There are 3 areas I'm going to focus on in this video. First, the new announcements and what to look for in terms of RootsTech. Second, how to connect with cousins through their relatives at RootsTech's feature. And third, how to look at all that is online already on their on-demand section to know what it is you should be watching. So let's get to it. Now, the tech in RootsTech has to do with the big announcements that happen on day 1 of the conference. The genealogy giants, the titans of industry in family history, all make their big announcements on the first day of RootsTech. You can watch these live online on Thursday. They're fabulous. You'll hear from Family Search, Ancestry, Family Tree DNA, all the DNA companies, all the technology companies talking about how we as family historians are going to be able to get new ways to access or search or show off our family history. So be sure to check out those announcements. Not everything necessarily that they announce will be available at RootsTech as a new feature that we'll be able to use at home, but we'll know what's coming up in 2023 and what to look forward to. And just as a reminder, the historical records have not changed, but the way we access them, the way we share them, the way we find them has changed a lot over the last 20 years. And every time that there's an improvement, we all get excited about new ways that we can find and share our family history. The second thing you're going to want to make sure to take advantage of at RootsTech is relatives at RootsTech. This is your cousin connections. Now you might think, oh, I already know my cousins, my first cousins, maybe some of my second cousins. Those aren't the cousins you're going to connect with at RootsTech. You already know them. You're going to connect with your 4th cousins, your 5th cousins, your 6th cousins, maybe even more cousins. Your cousins that you connect with at that distance from you means that you have a great, many times great grandparent that you share in your family tree. And you want to connect with that person because if you're here in America, that person that you're connecting with still might be in your home country where your family originally came from. And they're going to have family history that you don't have access to because you're here and they're there. And there's always stories that family has through their descendants that just don't get crossed over through that many cousin lines. So it is a great feature to be able to connect with these 4th, 5th, 6th cousins or greater through relatives at RootsTech. What you need to do in order to take advantage of this is first to register for RootsTech, second to make sure you have a family search account, and third to make sure you upload your family tree as it is right now. Doesn't have to go that far back. To be able to take advantage of relatives at RootsTech. So I connected myself with a cousin. The ancestor that we connected over came to America in 1850. That's not that far back in terms of genealogy time at all. But the brother that I descend from in this family, I connected with a descendant of the rest of the family. So the brother came to America The rest of the family stayed in England, and I got to hear the story of no one understood why this brother came to America. And I could explain to her how he lived his life here in the United States and share that with her. And she shared with me what the rest of the family did in Devon, England. And I got to connect with her and get all that family history from her, documented and correct, right? Which we always love as genealogists. And that instant feel of my ancestor really isn't that far removed from his homeland, right? And I'm not far removed from them either. So it was a really fun connection that I made in 2021 through relatives at RootsTech, and I encourage you to take advantage of that feature. Here's the deal with it though. It's only good for 30 days. So you gotta hop on it right away this weekend when RootsTech begins and start messaging those cousins that you meet through relatives at RootsTech. So everything happens within familysearch.org or rootstech.org, the websites. So look at those, and if you're unsure, check the show notes. I have links where you can find out more information on how to sign up and what's involved to take advantage of relatives at RootsTech. But definitely reach out to people and start swapping stories with your cousins all around the world. And the third thing with RootsTech that you'll want to be sure to take advantage of is the on-demand sessions. Now, of course, it's a live conference with live sessions, and you'll want to be sure to watch those. But a lot of people miss that there is an entire library of over 1,500 sessions from 2022, 2021, and 2020 available for you to watch at home. Some of the topics repeat from year to year, but many of the topics do not. And what a wonderful way to get an awesome, free genealogical education. So everything on the RootsTech site is free, and many times these sessions also have handouts that you can download so you can take notes and remember what you learned. So how to take advantage of these on-demand sessions. Once you register, you'll be able to navigate on the menu to the on-demand video section, check out the sessions and how they're organized. So you can look up your favorite speakers if you know speakers that you want to look for. I know for myself, I've been really digging deep into Civil War research and military records lately, and Michael Strauss is one of my favorite instructors in that topic. He is so knowledgeable, and I love his presentation style. I totally can follow along and understand everything that he's sharing, because military records and history is incredibly complex and not something that I pick up easily myself. So I appreciate his teaching style, and I would highly recommend him if you're looking for some military history. So anything that you want to learn is pretty much there in the on-demand section. I'd recommend going just right there to the search bar that's at the top of the screen, typing in the thing that you're most interested in, and seeing what comes up. They're going to search based on the title as well as the description. Now, what I want to caution you about with this on-demand section is that RootsTech has said that they will keep these sessions available to us for 3 years, which means the 2020 sessions are going to go away now that we are 3 years after 2020. So I would watch those first if you have ones there that you want to watch. I believe there's 44 of them right now available that have been pulled forward to 2023. And then I would also check out those 2021 sessions and make sure that you've watched the ones there that you want to watch. There's a way that you can save them there in your RootsTech account, and you can watch those going forward for the next year. So you can plan out a day for yourself or a time for yourself each week for your own family history or genealogy education. You could even do it with a friend where you watch something together online together or in your living room together, and then keep the learning going all year long. And of course, lastly, the best way to take advantage of RootsTech is to actually go to RootsTech. So if you are going to RootsTech, I hope you have a fabulous time and you hug everyone that you haven't seen in the past 3 years. And I look forward to attending RootsTech myself in the future and seeing everything in person now that I've seen it online for the past several years. And if you would like to get all my notes from this episode and sources, as well as all kinds of information about Pennsylvania research, I have a newsletter that you can subscribe to at paancestors.com. I'd love to have you on the newsletter and see you. So regardless of where you live and where your ancestors are from, I wish you many discoveries of your ancestors.